paragraph 356. I'm going to read the first sentence here. Of all visible creatures, only man is able to know and love his creator.
So he goes through like the word all and the word visible and everything. But the thing he doesn't talk about is, what about the rebuttal for man? What does it mean to be a man? And that's going to be my argument here, is that I think that the Catechism still allows for the existence of extraterrestrials on other planets that are rational creatures because they are men. And I'm going to show that why they're men. Why they, the word man doesn't mean earthling, because a cow is an earthling, but it's clearly not a man. Right? So the category of man is very specific and is that which has a rational soul. That's what it means to be in the image of God. So that's what I'm going to go through and show here. And to show that anything can be a man if it has a rational soul and the image of God throughout the universe. So it doesn't matter what planet they're on. Also, the form that you are, right? The body that you have. These are, by this form I meant like your physical form, not form as in the metaphysical form, but you have two eyes, you have two arms, but this isn't what makes you a man, and that's what I'm going to demonstrate here. So I have some notes here I put ahead of time. So if we go to the Summa Theologia by Thomas Aquinas, the first part, question 93, article 2, it says, on the contrary, Augustine says that man's excellence consists in the fact that God made him in his own image, by giving him an intellectual soul. So notice, to be in the image of God, to be a man, isn't to have two arms and two legs and two eyes. To be in the image of God is to have an intellectual soul, which raises him above the beasts of the field. Therefore, things without intellect are not made in God's image. Therefore, if there are men elsewhere in the universe on other planets, they'd be men because they're also made in the image of God. That is, they have an intellectual soul or rational soul. To further show this, check out Pope Pius the 12th here. He says, declared that the teaching authority of the Church does not forbid that, in the conformity with the present state of human sciences and sacred theology research and discussions, take place with regard to the doctrine of evolution, insofar as it inquires into the origin of the human body as coming from pre-existent and living matter, but the Catholic faith obliges us to hold that souls are immediately created by God. So what he's saying here is that a Catholic is allowed to believe in evolution so long as God guides the process, because God guides everything, right? Everything has a purpose and an end. That is, it is a theology. God creates all things with a purpose and end. So God can create evolution with the purpose of serving the end. And that could be the body, the physical matter. But you have to believe, right? In other words, you're allowed to believe that evolution happens, that the physical bodies evolved over time from apes and then from other things like lemur type creatures and so on. But that the rational soul has to come directly from God, because that's what it means to be a man. So when the Catechism talks about man, it's referring to this aspect, not to the physical aspect that is your body, because you can be a rational man. That is, you can be a man regardless of what matter you're combined with, so long as the matter is compatible with the rational soul, with being a man. Also, I wanted to show the whole thing here of the Catechism, just in case you want to read the whole thing by itself right here. And then also you can go here to get the Catechism, which is this website up here. And you can read the Catechism online for free. So I think if we take that into account, then of all visible creatures, only rational souls is able to know and love his creator, right? So only man in the sense that he's given a rational soul. And he can give rational souls to men all throughout the universe. In other words, all that means is that aliens are men. And why not? There's no reason for that. The word man here doesn't mean anything that science has come up with, like Homo sapiens sapien. Doesn't have to be originating on planet Earth. The word man is not limited to the origin of Earth, so long as you have a rational soul that is made in the image of God. So in other words, and then also Aquinas says that the soul is made simultaneously with the body. So this would just mean that every time that a person is born, God makes a soul for it that's compatible. And this could be the case all throughout the universe, that men are born all throughout the universe. Now, I would think this does limit, how much a extraterrestrial is going to look. Like they probably look mostly like us, like men. And that seems to be the case with a lot of reporting. So anyway. Now that doesn't mean that, UFOs and stuff like this can't be demons, as he says they are. That's still possible. It's possible that men exist throughout the universe. That is, men on other planets. We would call those aliens. And yet the ones that are here right now are demons, not aliens, that they're still demons trying to deceive us. So that's still possible. But anyway, I just wanted to show that he doesn't address this point here. I'm not sure if anyone else actually even argues this, but I think it's a strong point, because if you look at all the the doctrines of what it means to be a man, and I just gave in a couple here, it's pretty clear that to be a man is to have a rational soul. It's the mind, and only the mind, that is in the image of God. And actually that is also in the Summa Theologia. I think it was, let me see here. So here it is. It's on that same page, but it's on Article 6, which is whether the image of God is in man as regards to the mind only. And so this is in the same section here, but instead of Article 2, this is Article 6. And here it says, the apostle says, be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and put on a new man. Whence we are given to understand that our renewal, which consists in putting on the new man, belongs to the mind. Put on the new man, him who is renewed unto knowledge of God, according to the image of him that created him, where the renewal which consists in putting on the new man is ascribed to the image of God. Therefore, to be in the image of God belongs to the mind only. Boom. So the fact that we are in the image of God, what makes us a man, what makes us in the image of God is our rational mind only, the soul. That's why the Pope said that you have to believe the soul is created by God directly, but the body can evolve. So there can be bodies evolving all throughout the universe. And what makes them men is the fact that he gives them his image, which is the mind only. So if he gives them a rational mind like himself, if he creates aliens in his image, it means they have a rational mind like we do. Right? So yeah, I think that, I don't know if he'll ever respond to this. I doubt he'll probably never see it, but it seems clear to me that the Catechism allows for the existence of extraterrestrials.